Back here with more XLB action as we got the Gwinnett County Gladiators taking on the Salt Lake City Yetis. Gwinnett 1-0 coming into today as Salt Lake City is 0-1. Pitching for the visiting Gladiators is going to be Kevin Gausman from the Toronto Blue Jays, and pitching for the Yetis is going to be Cristopher Sanchez, a 2.9 pitcher from the Phillies. Gausman, a 2.7. My brother Jason controlling the Gladiators. I'll be controlling the Yetis for this one as Bobby Witt Jr. is set to lead off the game for the Gladiators against Sanchez as we get this one officially underway. And Sanchez will sit Bobby Witt down. So Bobby Witt coming out of the World Baseball Classic and not hitting well as he tries to get back into the swing of things here. Brandon Nimmo. Sanchez will get Nimmo to fly out the left. 2 down for Sanchez for Albert Pujols. And Sanchez will get Pujols to pop up to the catcher. Everybody pop up to the catcher. 3 up, 3 down for Sanchez. Moves us to the bottom of 1 where Alfonso Soriano will lead off against Kevin Gausman. And Gausman will get Soriano to pop up to the shortstop. Yeah, it's a weird one.
Good job, Bobby.
Card. Bo Bichette. Of course, Bo Bichette and Bobby Witt traded for one another in Season 1. And they both strike out for their respective teams now.
Yeah.
Kyle Tucker from the Cubs. And Tucker will be out as he grounds out to the shortstop. No error. Both teams 3 up, 3 down through 1. Top of 2 we go. Darryl Strawberry set to lead off against Sanchez. And Sanchez will get him. To ground out to the shortstop with no error. That'll bring up Tyler Soderstrom. And Sanchez will strike him out. That would have been a home run on Soderstrom's card if Sanchez had been a worse pitcher last year. Austin Wells with 2 down. Z, 28.
Yeah.
Batter with 2 strike count, swings at wild pitch. He is struck out but reaches first on the wild pitch. Batter is charged with an error, and runners advance 1 base.
Pitcher's charged with an error.
Yeah, but we don't have that stat on the spreadsheet, so we'll give him a wild pitch there. As Wells reaches on the air.
Good job, Wells. Way to swing at that.
That'll bring up Eugenio Suarez against Sanchez. And Sanchez. Pass ball will send.
Whoa, he's rattled.
Another wild pitch.
He's rattled.
And now Suarez. Sanchez will get him to ground out to first. No error. And that's how the top of 2 will come to a close.
Still wild inning.
Salvador Perez set to lead off the bottom of 2 against the Gausman. And Kevin will strike him out right on the edge. Backwards K.
Good looking pitch.
They'll bring up Vinny Pasquantino, playing for Team Italy. And he'll ground out to the pitcher, no error. They'll bring up Matt Chapman from the Giants. Gausman struck him out. 2 strikeouts for Gausman in this inning. Gives him 3 on the game. We're through 2. Top of 3 we go. Luis Garcia set to lead off for the Gladiators against Sanchez. And Garcia will slap a single into center. First hit of the day for either team. As Lawrence Butler comes up, 1 on, nobody down. Sanchez will get Butler to fly out to right. 1 down for Bobby Witt Jr. Sanchez will get Witt to line out to third base. 2 down now for Brandon Nimmo. And Sanchez will give up the infield single to Nimmo. Nimmo running that one out. Second hit. First and second now for Albert Pujols against Sanchez. Pujols PBBD. And that ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is out of here. And that is why you cannot give up an infield single. As Pujols hits the moonshot to plate 3 runs, and Sanchez finds himself in a hole now. Moonshot number 1 for Pujols. Is that true?
Don't know how many he's had. Number 1 this game.
That's the second of the season. But his first moonshot.
That's true. Playing up here in the mountains.
That's right. So 3-0 on the board now after Pujols puts him on. Darryl Strawberry against Sanchez. And Strawberry gets an infield single. And when are we going to learn, folks? You got to
Take off
clean
for
it
second,
up.
Daryl.
He is. 63.
Uh-oh.
Wild throw by catcher, stolen base, and runner scores.
Second time for the Gladiators this
That's
season.
right. Wild throw by the catcher. That's Salvador Perez. You know, he does that all the time. Tyler Soderstrom at the plate. And Sanchez will get him out to right field. But 4 runs on the board for the Gladiators here in the top of the 3rd. At the bottom of the lineup, coming up now for the Yetis, Kevin Gausman on the mound. Jackson Churrillo. And he'll slap a double into right to start things off here. And that's first hit given up by Gausman. That'll bring up Jeremy Pena. Nobody out, 1 on. Gausman will get him to ground out to first, no air. Runner to third. One on, 1 down. Runner on third for Taylor Ward. And Gausman will give up a single into center. That'll score a run for Ward. As Churrillo manufactures a run there for the Yetis. Their first of the day. Runner on first for Alfonso Soriano. And Gausman will get Soriano to pop up to the third baseman. So 2 down now for Bo Bichette. 1 on. Gausman will strike Bo Bichette out. And that'll do it. 4-3. Top of 4 we go. As Sanchez will be rolling back out there to take on Austin Wells. And Wells will be out of there. What a card. Ground out to the shortstop, no air. Feast or famine with Austin Wells.
Yeah.
Eugenio Suarez. Sanchez will balk. See that all the time. Sanchez will strike him out after the balk. Classic. Classic baseball right there. Luis Garcia Jr. He's out of there. He'll hit a ground ball to the shortstop. There's no air on it. And we go to the bottom of 4 now. Gausman will take on Kyle Tucker. Number 3 hitter. And Gausman will get Tucker to ground out to the shortstop, no air. Salvador Perez. Gausman will get Perez to ground out to second base, no air. They'll bring up Pasquantino. Vinny slaps a single into left. Second hit of the day, the third hit of the day given up by Gausman. as Matt Chapman's at the plate. 2 down, 1 on. Gausman will get Chapman. Ground out to second, no error. 4-1 through 4. Top of 5 we go. Sanchez on the mound, taking on the 9-hole hitter in Lawrence Butler. And Butler, he's out of there. Pops up to the shortstop. 1 down for Sanchez. I'll bring up Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 2 on the day. And Bobby is out of there once again. He'll ground out to the second baseman, no error. So Bobby Witt Jr. struggling to get going this season. Brandon Nimmo. PBZ. 82, nothing doing there. PB4. 38 is a strikeout. 4th strikeout of the day for Cristopher Sanchez. We'll get us to the top of 5. Bottom of 5 we go, and the bottom of the lineup. And Jackson Chourio leading off against Kevin Gausman. And Gausman will get Chourio to ground out to second. Air 4-10. No air. 1 down for Jeremy Pena. And Pena, he'll hit a double into left. Fourth hit of the day for the Yetis, and Taylor Ward at the plate. Taylor Ward up with a runner on second. And Ward will strike out. 4th strikeout of the day for Gausman. Runner on second for Soriano. 2 down. Gausman will walk Soriano. Runners on first and second now for Bo Bichette with 2 down against Gausman. 10. 65.
Oof.
Ground out to the catcher. No air. So Gausman works out of the jam, and we go to the top of the 6th, 4-1. Sanchez still on the mound. Albert Pujols will take him on. And Sanchez will get Pujols to pop up to second base. That'll bring up Darryl Strawberry with 1 down. And Sanchez with a wild pitch brings it back. And he'll get Darryl this time to ground out to second base, no air. Tyler Soderstrom. 11 for Soderstrom. And he's going to strike out. 5th strikeout of the day for Sanchez. Gets you through 6. Bottom of 6 we go. Kyle Tucker set to lead off against Gausman. And Kyle Tucker, he's way out of there as he pops up to the catcher. Salvador Perez with 1 down. Perez is out of there. And he'll ground back to the pitcher, no air. That'll bring up Pasquantino. Oh, come on. And Pasquantino is out of there. And he'll pop out to left field. As Gausman gets through 6, pitching change coming up for the Yetis.
Jack pitched last game.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Jack Dreyer pitched. Calvin Foucher comes in to take on Austin Wells. And Foucher will strike out Wells. Eugenio Suarez against Foucher. Foucher will get him to pop up to first base. 2 down for Luis Garcia Jr. And Foucher We'll get him as well to ground back to the pitcher, no error. 3 up, 3 down for Foucher. Bottom of 7 we go. Matt Chapman set the lead off against Kevin Gausman. Gausman will get him to ground out to first, no error. That'll bring up Jackson Churrillo. And Gausman will get him as well to fly out the left this time. 2 down for Jeremy Pena. And Pena, he's out of there as he grounds out to the shortstop, no error. And Gausman, good through 7. Top of 8 we go. 9-hole hitter Lawrence Butler set to lead off against Calvin Foucher. And Butler will strike out. Never had a doubt. Top of the lineup we go for Bobby Witt Jr. And Bobby will take a seat. Third strikeout for Foucher. Brandon Nimmo at the plate. Idiot. Nimmo will strike out.
Bobby struck out as well.
Yeah, but it got put back over here on the second inning for
okay.
some reason. Not sure what happened or why it did that. Not sure where I clicked for it.
Pitching change.
Pitching change as Kevin Gausman will take a seat. Bottom of 8.
Shelby Miller.
Shelby Miller checks in. And he'll take on Taylor Ward, the number 9 hitter, as the Yetis try and get something going here. And PBCD for Ward, and he'll be sat down.
Pretty good card.
Alfonso Soriano up. PBBD for Soriano. And he'll take that 1 yard off Shelby Miller. And he left Miller left a couple meatballs out there now on 2 pitches. And while Ward couldn't take advantage of it, Alfonso Soriano does. That'll bring up Bo Bichette. Soriano came into today batting .400. Adds to it right there. Bo Bichette, nobody on. 1 down. PBCD for Bo. And he'll take it yard. Back-to-back jack job for Bo Bichette and Alfonso Soriano. And Shelby Miller has put in 3 meatballs out there in a row. Strikes Ward out, but Soriano and Bichette go yard. That'll bring up Kyle Tucker in a 1-run game now. Miller will calm it down, and he'll pop him up to second base. 2 down now for Salvador Perez. Miller will strike out Perez, and that'll do it for the bottom of 8. But 2 runs on the board make it 4-3. Top of 9 we go. Calvin Foucher will come out to take on Albert Pujols. And Foucher will get Pujols to ground out to third, no error. Darryl Strawberry up, 1 down. Foucher will strike out Strawberry. 5th strikeout for Foucher. Tyler Soderstrom. Foucher will give up a single into left for Soderstrom. First hit given up by Foucher here. Bring up Austin Wells with 1 on. And Wells will strike out. A lot of opportunity there. Bottom of 9 we go, 1-run game.
Bring in the closer.
Jared Koenig.
Duran.
Oh, Johan Duran will come in to try and close this one out for the Gladiators. 4-3. He'll take on Vidi Pasquantino.
Shelby Miller, you got to click on another.
Huh?
Third of an inning. Shelby Miller's innings.
I would have figured it out, but yeah. So Johan Duran against Pasquantino. Johan will get him to fly out to right. One down as this crowd comes to their feet. Matt Chapman. Duran will get Chapman to fly out to third. 2 down now for Jackson Churrillo. And Churrillo will single into right.
Clutch.
That'll bring up Jeremy Pena. 1 on, 2 down against Johan Duran. Pena will smack a single into left. Back-to-back hits now for the Yetis. They'll bring up Taylor Ward. 2 on, 2 down against Johan Duran. Taylor Ward. We'll take that one high! And we'll take it deep! Taylor Ward has won the game! A 3-run shot to win in the bottom of the 9th! And Johan Duran, who looked great at the start of the inning, gives up the game-winning homer to the 9-hole hitter Ward. And the Yetis come out victorious 6-4. Duran will take the loss. Calvin Foucher will take the win as the Yetis move to 2-0 on the season. Or excuse me, the Yetis will move to, I believe, 1-1. Yes, and Gwinnett will move to 1-1 as well. An exciting finish to this one as week 2 is off to a very quick start here. And the Yetis get the 9th inning win off the closer. Taylor Ward going to be your player of the game for his heroics in this one. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next time with more XLB action.